Today's Albion Online video is how to farm black zone statics for silver. Now, this isn't really the best silver per hour, and there's a lot of people that do this. So you gotta do this very early in the morning where there's not too many people around. And what you're gonna do is from the portal zone, I'm doing this at Bridgewatch, but this works at all portal zones, is you're going to be looking for a static that is not rallying. You don't want them to rally. That makes the enemies more tough. And find a static that is right outside of your portal zone. So there's one at Sanddrift Step here in the top right. There's one to the left here. So we're going to go explore that one. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this build here. This is a Mage Cowl. We're using Mercenary Jacket, Guardian Boots, Torch, Druidic Staff is the real key to this puzzle. Pork Omelet, a Healing Potion against a Tier 2 bag. And you're going to take the Invisibility. There we go. And then, unfortunately, this guy saw me take the invis, so he might have a scout. He might try to gank me doing this. But we're going to go and use our invisibility buff from the shrine to look for bosses in the static. Now, this might take you a few passes, but if you see a boss, you're going to solo the boss and then loot the chest and then journey back home. And there's a lot of people that do this, and there's a lot of gankers that catch people doing this. But my set is only worth 91,000, which is not a lot of silver to me. And, you know, if we find a boss and we manage to beat it up, we could probably earn anywhere from 300k to a million. It's not hard. See, we got a person out here. We got a bunch of people actually out here. So here's a boss, and these guys are already fighting over it. And I would be able to kill this boss if it wasn't contested. But right now, these guys are literally fighting over it. So this one's a bust, unfortunately. I still have half an invis buff remaining. So I can ride around completely invisible and see if there's any other bosses that aren't currently being contested. Now, if you go inside, and that guy just died. So let's go see if the other one is trying to loot him or what's happening with that. Now, this is not a loot stealing build. This is not a build that will allow you to fight other players. No, you have to absolutely rely... Oh, no, there's way too many people out here. Like, this guy's coming up to loot, though. He's getting some loot. And I simply don't have the gear to be able to escape a fight or deal with other players. So we'll have to check another static because my time is running out here. And you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time to get to safety so you can teleport out so that other players aren't actively, you know, beating you up. And I probably won't make this... I don't know if I'm going to make this out. Well, oh man, it's going to be close. Okay, we got out just in time, and we can go check the other statics right quick. Alright, I have found one, and this boss, pretty easy to defeat, and I just have to make sure he doesn't knock me into the other mobs, but we should be able to take him on, and I want to make sure that I don't aggro him when I go uninvis here. Okay, I did aggro him, so we're just going to jump on the mount, jump off the mount. Just kind of do some mount shenanigans here. Try to get him to drop aggro until I lose my silence. And there we go. So he's just going to throw boulders at us. But we can start combat now. And I just have to make sure that I dodge and heal his attacks. And, you know, this build is partially meant so that I can deal damage at the same time also healing myself. It's pretty standard. I accidentally unsummoned my mount, but that's fine. It's whatever. This set is pretty cheap anyway. Now, whenever they do a charge-up attack, I can heal with my W. I can also heal with my E while I'm fighting. And, you know, just like this, there we go. It's pretty simple. Now, this is only a green chest, so this is not going to be the best reward, though it could be. You know, the fame isn't really that bad either. It's okay fame. There we go. We're just tossing out some heals. Now, I have giant boots here so that I can take certain bosses. This one is mostly just I'm able to dodge it, so it's not really that, you know, difficult or hard to beat. And a lot of bosses are like this. And it's funny that this one is uncontested. Now, there's always a chance a player, you know, decides to roll up on me and just nuke me. But we'll see what happens. You will absolutely see what happens. Go ahead and just top myself off there. And again, I have Mercenary Jacket. That's another heal. You know, some bosses, you need all of these heals. But this one, relatively easy, mostly harmless boss. Yeah, he has some pretty mean autos, but nothing I can't really handle. Also, I hear someone else fighting in the distance, and that means they can hear me fighting. Which means I might be in trouble if they have invisibility, mobility, range. Like, someone with a crossbow up here would be real bad. I wouldn't be able to open the chest. They would just continuously hit me until their friends arrive with invis. Because remember, we're right next to town. Let's see what we got. Alright. So, this is 36k. Not the best. Now, if I die, I keep 22k. So, not too bad. You know, it's interesting, I guess. And then we're just going to teleport home. And, you know, I can scout the rest of this area. And, you know, it's free silver if you do it. But, there is risk involved. There is a little bit of... If you want some excitement, I guess it's something you can do. But, you know, you just play it during the off hours, and you check all the statics. And there you go. So I can go ahead and deposit this loot, and it says 51k estimated market value, which I don't know about that, but you know, it's something, right? And it only took a few minutes. It literally took 2 minutes to make. And again, if that was a blue chest, a purple chest, or even a legendary chest, oh, we would be in the money. Also, I didn't eat my pork pie, and that's totally fine. So I checked this one. It's being fought over. I just came from this one. And so let's check down here. Now, I did mention that the ones that are glowing are really bad. The ones where the troops are rallying. But you can sometimes do it, depending on the boss. Some bosses you can't solo. But we can go ahead and check this one. Why not? There's no scouts here unless they're invisible scouts, which would be too much work for the scouter. So I think we're leaving unseen. Pretty good stuff. And then let's just go straight up into here. Oh, what's that? That's a 5-1 hide. Also, if you see any kind of resources, you could switch to a quick gathering set, sneak out, maybe grab them. Also, there's a spider. Our build, we can solo the spiders. I am not joking. Like, I can go and risk this set and attempt the spider. The only problem is that if anyone dismounts near me or sees me fight the spider, it's literally over. But this video is about farming the statics and not farming open world spiders right outside a portal zone. You know, if I see the spider, so does a lot of other players. So, again, the bosses spawn, you know, at the same spots in every outpost, so I'm just going to try to ride, there we go. Oh, that's a red boss. That is the highest level boss we can get. Now, that is a really hard to beat boss, and I don't know if my build is up to the task. So, also, someone putting, like, we can try it. We can definitely try it. So, I hit the, to remove my shield, I hit the log out button. And, let's not aggro him just yet. But, I think this boss auto-attacks a little too hard for my build. I would need to upgrade my gear or bring a friend. If you have friends, oh, you can absolutely do this, right? So, let's start combat, and we're gonna see how hard... Yeah, this guy hits like a freaking truck. And, it's pretty dangerous fight. But, we'll try. We'll try. I'm going to grow big here just because. We're going to have to use all of our heals. I have to wait for him to do a channeled attack like so, and then I can pop some heals. But, again, yeah, this guy hits like a freaking truck, dude. So, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with my current build and without friends. So, this boss, again, not entirely soloable, but you can see that I'm making a decent dent. But I can just hop on my mount here, maybe, and, you know, de-aggro him and then warp back. So, again, this one, I'm not able to do, but if you had one friend, you could do this, and I bet that's a juicy chest. I guarantee you that's a real juicer of a chest. But yeah, lads, that's all it takes. Here's the skills once again. We got Thorn Growth on the Druidic Staff with Revitalize. You can also use Protection of Nature on some fights, which will boost your Ease spell, or boost your Mercenary Jacket. You also have Mage Cowl with Fire Breath, and you have Guardian Boots so you can tank more hits. Torch just lets you auto-attack faster, gives you some cooldown reduction. This is a cheap set, again, super cheap set. So, again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm not the biggest expert at ratting statics in the Black Zone. There's a whole lot of different builds. There's builds meant for, like, ratting other players ratting the statics. You can literally camp that boss and wait for a duo to engage, and when they're low on HP, you just pop out and murk them, right? There's so many little tricks you can do to, like, make some gear and get some stuff, but, I think most people are kind of running budget sets when they do this anyway, so I wouldn't really bother too much unless you just love the PvP. But with that said, leave a like. And I know this is not really new information, but I just want to show you how easy it is with these Invis Shrines. It's super duper easy. A lot of people are like, oh, you gotta go 3 to 5 zones out, and you can go to a static, and then you can stealth around, and that takes forever. I want instant gratification, so use the Invis Shrines, go scout your local statics, see what you can rally up, and if this video gets really popular, then maybe wait a month before trying this method, because that means everyone's going to do it, so you're just fighting other people. If you see this build, you know they watched the Swole Benji video. Thank you so much. Click the video on the right side of your screen, or you're going to accidentally knock over your girlfriend's drink. Oops. And if you don't have a girlfriend, you'll knock over your own drink. Haha, yeah. So click the video on the right side right now.